Okay, for sulfite, you add hydrochloric acid, then you heat it up, it releases sulfur dioxide gas, which changes potassium manganate from purple to colorless. Okay? All right, so this is the list that I gave you all. Did you all read the list?
Yeah.
Yes, huh? All right. Cation ions, you need to know for zinc, aluminium, calcium, ammonium. These are the ones that have no color. And then the colored ones are iron 2, iron 3, copper 2, and chromium 3. That's it. Okay? So if they say green color, it's either iron 2 or chromium 3. If they say brown or red, it's always iron 2. If they say blue, it's always copper 2. Okay? These, they have white precipitates. So we did a list already last week. Okay? When you add sodium hydroxide and you add ammonia, they will have different observations. Based on these observations, you know what ions they are. Okay? All right. And then the last one was flame test. When you dip the salt in a flame, they will have different colored flames. Okay. So this, you just use this notes, this set of notes should be enough for you to finish this whole set. Okay, can you see the question?
Yeah.
See the question, huh? All right. So let's look at this. Okay. What's the difference between hydrogen gas and carbon dioxide gas? You can test with a light splint or a burning splint. Hydrogen will pop, carbon dioxide won't pop. Or you can use lime water. This one will have no changes. This one will be colorless to cloudy. So it's how you differentiate two different compounds or two different gases. Okay? Two different gases, how you differentiate two different gases. All right, let's look at this one. Zinc carbonate and zinc chloride. So you cannot use the test for zinc lah, because it's both zinc, what? But you can use for carbonate. What's the difference between carbonate and chloride? Which one will release carbon dioxide gas? Carbonate or chloride?
Carbonate.
Carbonate. How do you make it release carbon dioxide? You add acid, any acid. You can add nitric acid, you can add hydrochloric acid, you can add sulfuric acid. Results with carbon dioxide releases carbon dioxide gas that turns lime water cloudy. This one, no changes. Okay? Did you get this correct?
Teacher, can I say one has no precipitate and the other has white precipitate?
When you do what? Add water?
Add nitric acid.
No. You add nitric acid, both also will dissolve. What? Zinc carbonate will dissolve. Zinc carbonate doesn't dissolve in water. It dissolves in acid. If you add zinc carbonate to nitric acid, doesn't it become zinc nitrate, which is soluble? And then it releases carbon dioxide and water. There's a reaction, what? It will dissolve. This one is soluble, what? Right? You can add water. This one insoluble, this one soluble. Then that one can. Can you understand?
Okay.
Okay, ammonia and chlorine. Ammonia and chlorine are both gases. What you do is you let them pass by litmus paper. Ammonia is alkali or acid?
Alkaline.
Alkali. So alkali, we use red litmus paper. Okay, so we use a damp red litmus paper. So the red litmus paper turns blue. What happens to it? What happens to the litmus paper with chlorine? Does it also turn blue?
No changes.
Think again. Chlorine is a what?
Acidic.
No. Chlorine is a bleach. Bleach
Oh,
does what? Turns what color?
Turns blue as well.
Sorry?
Turns blue.
No, bleach. What is
Huh?
bleach? Chlorine is a bleach. What does a bleach do?
Make it lighter.
Sorry?
Make it lighter.
Make it lighter. Lighter back into what color?
Pink.
No, white. Hey guys, bleach. You never bleach your school uniform before? Bleach school uniform. Hey, 漂白水, you know or not? Bleach the uniform become white, so it turns white. Or it bleaches. Have you heard of this before? Chlorine water to bleach it? Hello?
I have, but I just don't know what's the function.
Yeah, it's to make it white. Bleaching is to make it white. There, they said Michael Jackson bleached his skin because he want to become white. Thing lah. Okay, get it? Okay. Iron 2 and iron 3, what do you test with? Sodium hydroxide solution, aqueous sodium hydroxide. Okay, I just told you just now, iron 2, what's the precipitate color? And iron 3, what's the precipitate color? Iron 2 is?
White.
Iron 2, no, you just look back at this list. Guys, you look back at this list. Iron 2 is green precipitate. Iron 3 is brown precipitate. Same or different? Different. That's it lah. That's how you test. Okay, this one will be green precipitate. Anything to do with iron 2 is green. Green precipitate. This one is brown precipitate. Okay? All right. Do you understand question 1?
Teacher, for B, can I just say observe color of the solid?
No, cannot. Because the solid doesn't give you a definitive answer. Cannot. You must do a test. Observing the solid is not a test. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah.
That's all, huh? All right, now, I want you all to look through this question again. Look through this question again and look through the notes again and try and do. Matthew and Ziyu cannot every week tell me don't know. You must figure it out. You must try, okay? Look through the notes. Look through the notes again and try and answer this question. I give you all a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's continue. Now, do you guys look through the question already? Okay, solid E was analyzed. E is the aluminium salt. So they already tell you E has aluminium inside, aluminium ion inside. Okay, so appearance is white. But they don't tell you what is the cation ion, what is the anion. The negative ion, don't know. Okay, the negative ion, don't know. So a little of solid E was heated in a test tube. Colorless drops of liquid. Okay, colorless drops of liquid is water. If you heat up a solid, and water comes out, what is the name of the solid that has water inside? What is the phrase?
Solution.
No. Solution is it if it's an aqueous solution. It has water inside a solid. What is it called?
Hydrated.
Hydrated, yes. If the solid has water inside, it's called hydrated. Okay. Now, a little bit of solid E was distilled in water. The solution was divided into 4 test tubes. Now, they won't randomly tell you to fill this up. They are telling you to fill this up according to the test of aluminium ions, because sodium hydroxide and ammonia solution is how you test for aluminium ions. Okay, so you look back at the list I gave you. Even if you don't like the notes I wrote for you, you have this list here. Not this list, sorry. This list here. Okay. Now, aluminium ion with sodium hydroxide. First, a few drops, you get white precipitate. Excess, the white precipitate dissolves. This is sodium hydroxide. Get it? Okay, this is sodium hydroxide. So all you need to write here is the first test tube, drops of sodium hydroxide were added and then excess was added. So you just copy. White precipitate forms. There. White precipitate forms. And then in excess, what happens in excess? Then white precipitate dissolves. How do you know it dissolves? It's written here, white precipitate dissolves. So all you have to do is from one notes, move the answers to the next notes.
Teacher Christina, can I replace forms with appeared?
Can. The forms occurs, doesn't matter. The keyword is white precipitate. Okay. Now, next question. Aqueous ammonia solution.
Have a good time.
Aqueous ammonia solution. So here, ammonia. Few drops, same answer, you see? White precipitate. But then when you add excess, it's still white precipitate. So literally all you have to write is white precipitate forms. White, 1 mark. Precipitate, 1 mark. You get 2 marks. Okay. Next question. Okay, so far so good. Do you understand how to write?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the third test tube, okay, this one, to this one, they are doing anion tests. That's why they tell you the results, because you don't know what's the anion, what? You don't know what it is, what? So they're telling you, you add hydrochloric acid and you add barium chloride. No reaction. So you look at just now. Look at just now, okay? Hydrochloric acid and barium. There, barium is here. Barium is here. Barium is to test for what? Barium is to test for sulfate. If there is white precipitate, there is sulfate. But in this question, in this question, there is no white precipitate. They didn't say anything about white precipitate. They just say no reaction. So if they say no reaction, that means no sulfate lah. Get it? So no sulfate. Okay. Then they use sodium hydroxide aluminium powder. Got something happen. So you go back and see which one got aluminium powder. Something happened here. Aluminium, sodium hydroxide, heat. Ammonia gas, red litmus paper turns blue. Ammonia gas, then red litmus paper turns blue. This means that this guy had what salt? What was it? What is this? Nitrate. So that means there is nitrate. There is no sulfate, but there is nitrate. Okay. So what does test B tell you? Test B is here. Test B say got water. So what does test B tell you? Hydrated, 1 mark. Okay. Hydrated salt. Identify the gas given off in C4. This gas turns damn litmus paper blue, ammonia gas. Okay. What conclusion can you draw about solid E? So no sulfate, but has nitrate. Can you say it's aluminium nitrate? Yes. You say it's aluminium nitrate, you get 1 mark. Teacher, how come I don't get 2 marks? Because they already tell you it's aluminium. Get it? But in telling me there's nitrate, you get 1 mark. The other mark is telling me, yeah, got nitrate, but got no sulfate. Okay? Do you all understand?
Yeah.
Everybody understand? Jordan? Yihua?
Yeah.
Ziyu?
Yeah.
Matthew? Ken? Okay. Please do this now. Same concept, guys. Same concept. Do question 3. Exactly the same concept. Look through the question again and try it again. I give you 2 minutes. Okay, everybody ready? Have you read the question again? Hello? Have you all tried the question?
Yeah.
Okay, can you understand?
Some.
A little confused.
A little
Wait.
confused. Okay.
I am confused. Right.
Okay. We do step by step, okay? All right. Let's see, slowly, okay? Now, solid C was analyzed. Solid C is a mixture of salts containing aluminium, sulfate, and another cation, but don't know what. Okay? Aluminium, sulfate, and another cation. Test on solid C tell you, okay, appearance solid C, white solid. So if white solid, that means no transition metal ion, right? No transition metal ion. You cannot say, oh, because it's white, it has sodium, it has whatever. No, you just say it's no transition metal. Then, okay, you heat it strongly. A gas given off was tested. They say condensation. Just now I already said condensation means is what? What kind of salt?
Hydrated.
Hydrated. Pungent gas. Pungent gas is always ammonia. So if it releases ammonia gas, it is ammonium ion. Because ammonia gas will release ammonium by ammonium ions. Okay. Test on solution C. Drops of aqueous sodium hydroxide. Okay. This one aluminium. Same or not as this one? Just now. Same or not? Aluminium. So sodium hydroxide, what do you see? White precipitate, and then excess white precipitate dissolves. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So white precipitate forms, then dissolves. 3 marks. White, 1 mark. Precipitate, 1 mark. Dissolves, 3 mark. The mixture was boiled gently and any gas given off was tested. Pungent gas, again, same gas, ammonia gas. So it's ammonium ions. Okay? If you add ammonia, this one, you add ammonia to aluminium, what happens? White precipitate. Okay? It's the same as the previous question. All right. Few drops of dilute nitric acid and aqueous silver nitrate. Silver is to test who?
Sulfate.
No. Silver. Barium is to test sulfate. Barium is to test sulfate.
Halides.
Halides. Chloride, bromide, iodide. So if it's white precipitate, it's chloride. Cream precipitate is bromide. Yellow precipitate is iodide. So this guy is what color? This guy, they already said sulfate. So got chloride or not? No changes. This one, barium, is to test for sulfate, white precipitate. Okay?
But teacher, isn't barium cream precipitate?
No. Barium with sulfate. Here is sulfate. White precipitate. Where got cream? White. There? Can see or not?
Oh, okay.
Bromide is cream precipitate. Bromide is cream precipitate. Okay?
Yeah.
What does the formation of condensation in test tube B tell you about the nature of solid C? Okay, it's hydrated. What does test E tell you about the nature of solid C? Test E. No highlights. No highlight. Okay. E got no changes, right? Silver is to test for highlights, so no highlights. Name the gas given off in test B. Test B, what was the gas? Ammonia. So what is your conclusion? Ammonium ion. Okay? All right, any questions?
No.
Now,
Get it now? Okay, please do question 4 and question 5. Do question 4 and question 5. Those of you who have not done it, do it now and send it to me now. Question 4 and 5. Those of you who have done it, look through your answers again. Now that you know how to do, look through your answers again, okay? I give you until 5:15. Everyone got that? I give you until 5:15. Okay, I need to see whether you can do or cannot do. All right? Hey guys, can answer me or not? Okay?
okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so this one, cobalt chloride crystals were heated. Indicate an arrow where heat is applied. Heat must be applied here lah. This is cobalt chloride, right? Okay. The crystals change from blue to pink. Sorry, pink to blue. What is the purpose of the ice? To condense the water vapor. Okay. Why is the point at W open? To allow air to flow out. Okay. All right, I think this is pretty easy.
Oh wait, teacher, how do you know the color?
We learned before what? This one is last time. We learned about the reversible reaction. There's two ways to test water. There is anhydrous, copper 2 sulfate, and anhydrous cobalt chloride. Anhydrous copper sulfate is white. You add water, it becomes blue. Cobalt chloride paper is pink. Is blue, is pink. You add water, okay. Sorry, is blue. Is blue. You add water, it becomes pink. So pink is hydrated. Says hydrated. We learned last time when we learned the reversible and testing for water. Do you remember?
No.
Can't remember. I thought you guys reversible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one lah. Reversible. The how we test for water. Okay. Can I continue? Okay.
Yeah.
So I asked you to do this question as well. Okay. Two substances C and D were analyzed. Solid C was a salt solution and D was aqueous chromium trichloride. So they already tell you D is chromium trichloride. So for the one that they don't tell you, for the one that they tell you it is, you're supposed to say what you see. They're supposed to say what you see. For this one, solid C is don't know. Okay, solid C is don't know. So you're supposed to show that you know based on the answers. Okay, solid C was distilled water. The solution was divided into 2 portions. Appearance, colorless. Colorless means no transition metal. Okay, colorless always means no transition metal. The pH is 7, so it's neutral. All right. Dilute nitric acid and then silver. Nitric acid and then silver. Silver is to test for what? Silver is to test for halide. So if it's white, it's chloride. If it's cream, it's bromide. If it's yellow, it's iodide. So what is this one? Cream. Bromide. A flame test. Flame test, yellow flame. Okay, so we go to flame test. Yellow is sodium. So the answer is sodium bromide lah. Identify solid C, sodium bromide. Describe the appearance. Okay, this one you can say a green solid, a green solution. Because chromium is green, right? Okay, I add sodium hydroxide. First, I add a little bit, then I add excess. So you go back to this. Chromium, a few drops is green precipitate, and then green precipitate dissolves. green precipitate forms, then dissolves. Green precipitate dissolves. Can?
Yeah.
Test 2. Aqueous ammonia added to solution. Water, please.
Okay.
Don't drop it.
Okay.
Aqueous ammonia, gray-green precipitate, gray-green precipitate. Two marks. Nitric acid was added to solution D, followed by silver nitrate. Okay. This guy is chloride. Chloride with silver, what color do you see? Chloride with silver, what color do you see? Chloride with
White.
silver, you see white precipitate. Okay. Okay. Chromium 3 can be converted to chromium 4. Chromium 4 is hazardous. It's just one safety precaution. Don't touch it. Don't breathe it in. Can't write that. Okay. Wear goggles. The easiest one is always wear goggles. Okay.
Teacher, can I say use tongs?
No. You're not supposed to touch it anyway. What? It's in a solution. What? Get it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I want everybody to do question 6 now. Okay. This is the last one. Do question 6. And yeah, question 6 is the last one. Everybody please do question 6 and then send it to me. Solid E and F were analyzed. Solid F was potassium iodide. Okay, F is potassium iodide. Okay. F is potassium iodide, and then E, we do this test. E is green solid. So you cannot say iron 2, you can only say it's transition metal. Then you heat it up, it turns black. Only one thing is black, copper oxide. So it's definitely copper carbonate lah. Copper carbonate is green. Green turns black. What? This one is black. But even if you look at this, you don't know. Dilute sulfuric acid was added, rapid effervescence. Acid and then got effervescence, lime water, that means it's carbon dioxide. So it must be a carbonate. Then ammonium ion, pale blue precipitate, dissolves in water. That one confirm lah, copper ion. Okay. A flame test, blue-green. This one again confirm copper ion. In terms of safety, explain what is necessary to heat gently first to prevent test 1. To prevent the solid bursting out in flames, to prevent it bursting, to prevent it exploding, anything that sounds logical lah. Okay. Identify the gas given out in 2, carbon dioxide, copper carbonate. Solid is copper carbonate. Okay. Can? I think this one everybody got correct. Did you all get it correct? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. F is potassium iodide. Okay. Potassium iodide is a white solid. Because this one is not transition metal, so it's white. To the first portion, add sodium hydroxide, no changes. Potassium has no precipitate. Add dilute nitric acid and then silver. Okay, silver and iodide, what's the color? Yellow precipitate.
Yellow.
Flame test, potassium, what color?
Lilac.
Lilac. Okay, potassium is lilac flame. Okay. Describe how you carry out flame tests. So you use a platinum wire. In concentrated acid, then dip in salt and put to flame. Okay. Okay. Are you guys done? Can you understand?
Teacher, can I see D?
Okay, two solids, G and H were analyzed. Solid G is copper carbonate. Complete observations. Boiling tube, excess dilute sulfuric acid. So there's 3 marks. So copper carbonate dissolves. Bubbling. And then, what's the color of the solution? It becomes copper sulfate, right? Blue solution forms. Okay, and then gas turns lime water cloudy. All right, this bubbling actually no marks because they said any gas produced was tested. So this one, 1, 2, 3. But you can still write lah, bubbling of fizzing. The gas is carbon dioxide. Okay. Ammonia added until excess. So blue precipitate forms, then dissolves to form deep blue solution. Okay, the blue precipitate forms and then it will dissolve to form a deep blue solution. Okay. Everyone got this? Everyone got this? Any issues? No, okay, okay. Test on solid H. Okay, you don't know what solid H. Solid H is unknown. Flame test. Yellow flame is what? Sodium. Okay. Condensation, hydrated. Solid H was dissolved in water. The solution divided into 2 equal parts. Nitric acid, silver nitrate, colorless, so no halide. Okay, nitric acid, barium nitrate, white precipitate, so sulfate. So it is sodium sulfate. Did you guys get it correct? Sodium sulfate? Yes? So test 3, Test 3 is this one. So no halides present. Test 1, 2, and 4. Hydrated sodium sulfate. 1, 2, 3. Okay?
Yeah.
Can?
Yeah.
Solid L and M were analyzed. Solid L was chromium chloride. Solid L was dissolved into solution L, 4 test tube. The first portion, boiling tube, dilute acid, and then warm gently. No changes lah. This, and then potassium manganate. This one is to check, test for sulfide. There is no sulfide, no changes lah. Okay, because this one is chloride only. Right? If it's 1 mark, usually it's no changes, okay? To the second portion, sodium hydroxide was added until no further changes. So chromium, sodium hydroxide is green precipitate and then dissolves in excess. Okay. To the third portion, ammonia. So you see a gray-green precipitate. All right. To the fourth, add dilute nitric acid and then silver nitrate. So this one is chloride. So you will get a white precipitate. Okay, so far so good. Everyone got it correct?
Yeah.
Yes, ah?
Is
Okay.
that what's the answer for C or
Okay.
green?
Gray-green precipitate. Okay. Test on solid M. Yellow flame, sodium. Lime water turns cloudy, carbonate. Barium nitrate, no change, no sulfate. Okay. Identify solid M, sodium carbonate. Okay. Do you all understand how to do now?
Yeah.